The one that the two aunts in Portside gave me was the scripture about wherever you go, the fragrance of Christ will come through your ministry. On the house, the one I had about the house, Jerusalem house, was the scripture, Jeremiah 33, call unto me, and I will answer you, and show you great things and difficult, that thou knowest not. That was the scripture. It was given to me through a New Zealand sister, Alison. She's now with the Lord. She was working at the Garden Tomb. And when I just had this funny feeling that I should go via the Garden Tomb to the estate agent. That was the very first step towards taking a house. Yes, it was most extraordinary. And when I went in, they said, oh, you've come, she's phoned you, has she, Alison? She's got a verse somewhere for you. And she said, she's playing the organ. So I went off to see her. And she said, I think it's something to do with property. She said, the Lord gave me this scripture. She said, I felt it was for you. And so I said, you know, there's something very difficult in Hebrew about things walled and difficult. And I'm going to somebody who's a very good person in Hebrew. I'll ask him. He was a Dutch geologist. And yes, he said, it is the same word that the spies used. We can't go into the land because all the cities are walled high up to heaven. They're walled and fortified. And it is exactly the same word. Now, in those days, you had to go through 3 committees to be accepted into Yumin Moshe. So I thought, well, when they find out I'm a Messianic believer, that'll be the end of that. But we never had any problem at all. Partly because the managing director of the East Jerusalem Development Company was one of the boys who pulled out gold teeth in Auschwitz. And I suppose there is a kind of secret society with all those who've survived. And he always had a feeling for us. And then also the bank manager, Mr. Wolf, he was another one of the boys. And another one was the writer of children's fairy tales, really, sort of children's stories, who lives on the same lane as we do, Tura. And these 3 were boys that pulled out the gold teeth of the dead